What is up, people? What is up? Do a quick stream tonight. Gonna wait till we get some people in here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Gonna do some talking tonight. Make sure, if any of y'all in the room, can y'all hear me clearly? Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly, if my audio is okay. Let me know if my audio is good. If my audio is okay, let me know. All right, cool. What's going on? Something 008. Appreciate it, Jalen. Appreciate it. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna wait till a few more people get into the room, and then we're gonna start talking. We got to talk about this bull junk that's going on today. I wasn't gonna even do a video today, but I was like, oh man, I need to talk about this. So what y'all think about this all conference team that's going on right now? Let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think Jackson State offense was snubbed? Let me know. Do y'all think Jackson State offense was snubbed? What's going on? I just got a question though. I'm wondering if stats are the only thing they're going by. Because I got a question to why Malachi Wideman is not on the list. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand why Malachi Wideman didn't make the first team. Because if it's all about stats and it's not about production, I think I'd rather have production over stats. What's going on, Miss Gowdy? Jalen said JSU offense deserve it. Exactly. So I got some stats here, and I just don't understand how. Okay, for the receivers. Okay, Alabama, Abdul Fattah Ibrahim. Okay, he did good. He had 67 receptions for 1,008 yards, 8 touchdowns. But what my question is when it comes to Malachi Wideman, okay, he played in 9 games, but he had 30 receptions, 482 yards, 11 touchdowns. He had next to D. Anderson, he had the most touchdowns. So what I'm wondering is it all about your stats, your yards, or is it about your production? Because I feel like I don't care how many yards somebody got. If the guy is scoring touchdowns, then that's what needs to be talked about. That's what needs to be rewarded. OJ in the transfer portal. Oh yeah. Not saying it because my pops the AD at JSU and he hired Coach Prime. Them boys deserve it. They fought hard every game. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, some of the players on Jackson State on the offensive side, like, I wouldn't have picked Akil Glass to be the player of the year this year because he had empty calories, man. Most of the stuff that he did this year was in garbage time. So I'm going to reward Shador because Shador is actually winning games. So I will reward him. Coach Prime is not happy. The offense being snubbed. He said so in his PC. Yeah, I watched that today too. And I would be pissed too. That's ridiculous. I mean, because it seems to me like this is a way of kind of keeping Coach Prime in check. That's what it seemed like to me. That's what it felt like to me. Like, okay, we ain't going to give y'all offense. We ain't going to give Shador all the accolades. We're going to give him freshman of the year and let that be it, you know. So if I was Coach Prime, I'd be pissed off too. He the man when catching the ball. Keith Corbin should got more, yeah. Swag better stop playing. Yeah, I just kind of feel like it was it was a political move, honestly. Cause I'm like, there's no way Shedeur, all this stuff that he's been doing this season. Now don't get it twisted. They have been struggling. The JSU offense has struggled at times, but for a freshman to do what he's done, you have to make him player of the year. And he has his team in the SWAC championship and they're undefeated in the SWAC. Like, how don't you make that person the player of the year? Anything they can do to bring down JSU accomplishment. I mean, that's what it seems like, don't it? That's exactly what it seems like. JSU's offense putting 61 on A&M alone deserves an award. Exactly. And I'm thinking like A&M. So I would ask this: if Shedeur was on Alabama A&M, do y'all think Alabama A&M would be just as competitive as they were this year? I do. This should motivate JSU to be more focused and playing harder during the SWAC chip game. Exactly, man. They should not let PV get anything during the SWAC championship. They should blow them out. They got to make a statement. Especially when people telling y'all not that good because of FAMU losing to Southeastern Louisiana. Jackson State needs to come out and make a statement. But I was just like, man, when I seen that list, I was like, hold up, you don't put Shedeur on there, you don't put Keith Corbin on there, you don't put none of the stars on JSU offense on there. That's crazy to me. They're just mad because Coach Prime is beating them and taking their players at the same time. Yeah. And then I thought about it like this. Maybe they're doing this because they want to kill Glass to get drafted. Stats do count and they're balanced across the board, so they can deny individual accomplishments, but you can't deny their overall success. Exactly. Alabama receiver hit the transfer portal. Yeah, I seen that. I mean, I hope, I'm pretty sure he's going to try to go to a Power 5 school. I'm thinking that's what's probably going to happen. But, hey, these kids going to enter this transfer portal, y'all need to be careful because don't go nowhere and just be sitting on the bench. I mean, I like Dalen Baldwin, but, I mean, I see Michigan doing all this winning. But where you at? I don't see you in the game. Is Dalen Baldwin hurt? Maybe I don't know. Is Dalen Baldwin hurt, y'all? Maybe y'all know something I don't know because I don't see him playing right now. So if your mission was to go to the NFL, being on the bench and not playing in Michigan is not gonna help you. Alabama, they're trying to humble Coach Prime. Probably so. But there's no way you can humble Coach Prime. And then that makes me think the refs going to be on some bull stuff when the championship game happen. Bernard Green said Baldwin is sitting on the bench. Well, so he's not hurt? I'm hoping maybe it's an injury or something because he has not been playing at all. And he did good the first game. Like, he had a touchdown and everything. I've seen highlights of it on YouTube. Like, he had a big touchdown, and he been on the bench. So don't go to these Power 5 schools and you're going to be sitting on the bench. What's the point? Think about if Dalen Baldwin would have stayed at Jackson State. Think about how big he would be this year. He'd have been catching everything. He would have been Shedeur's main target this year. They should have had more JSU players on the All-SWAC first team just for running the table. Yeah. It seemed to me like they just looked at the overall statistics and just went down and selected players like that. That's what it seemed like to me. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate that, Miss Gowdy. They mostly use him for blocking now. Yeah, you're not going to get to the league just doing blocking. Just blocking. You ain't going to get to the league like that. Baldwin has been injured for a minute. He's been battling with... Okay. I knew it had to be something because I'm like, if you go into a Power 5 school, you going to Michigan, y'all one of the top 4 teams, y'all a playoff team now. You need to be playing. If you're trying to get to the league, if that's what you're trying to do, you need to be playing. So yeah, I feel like Shedeur should have been the player of the year. I mean, I don't think nobody's played better than Shedeur this year. Even though he's a freshman and he's made mistakes, man, that boy has balled this year. And I know Akil Glass, he's putting up stats, but they're pretty much like they're meaningless stats. Like they're like you putting up stats in garbage time, that's nothing. That's nothing. Appreciate y'all pulling up. I might drop the link and let a few of y'all call if y'all want to call in and give your opinion. You don't have to be on the screen. The audience will just be able to hear your voice. But I'm gonna drop the link if anyone of y'all want to call in. Malachi got cheated. Exactly. So, hold on. Let me pull this these stats up. 1 second. Hold on, just a second. So the offensive player of the year was Akil Glass. That's the only thing I have a problem with on that one. The defensive player of the year, that was the guy from that was Land from FAMU. Okay, I can see that. I mean, he did lead the FCS in sacks. I think he left the FCS in sacks. So I mean, you can't really argue with that. Newcomer of the year was James Houston. I agree with that. Freshman of the year, Shedeur. I think Shedeur should have got both Player of the Year and Freshman of the Year. Should have got both. Coach of the Year was Coach Prime. They had to do that. Who else would they would have gave it to? They had to give it to Coach Prime, Coach of the Year. And so all SWAC first team, you got quarterback Akil Glass. You got the guy from Florida as the running back, Florida A&M. Bishop Bonnet. I agree with those. And Carls from Alabama A&M, I agree with those. But yeah, Akil being the quarterback, I don't know, man. I think they just doing this because they know he about to try to go to the league. They need him to be like the face of that. The quarterback's trying to go into the NFL right now. So I think they were just doing him that favor because Shedeur pretty much outplayed every quarterback this year, in my opinion. Malachi, yes, he played ball, but player of the year, no. Carl Major, who you think should be? You think they got it right? Is that what you're saying? How come you can't get both awards? I don't know what this is popping up on my computer. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. What the heck is this? Oh, okay. You can't win multiple awards, so you can only win one major award, so you can't be newcomer and defensive player of the year. Okay, you talking about Houston then. So could Shedeur win freshman of the year and win player of the year? They do it to give more players more shine and opportunity so one player doesn't win all the awards. It's stupid, but it's a fact. Yeah, that's very stupid. Glass turned the ball over 3 times against JSU. One turnover lead to a TD. Yeah, I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I just came on here to chop it up with y'all today. I just wanted to ask y'all some questions about these all SWAC teams, man, because this is crazy. I mean, I think Shador should have been Player of the Year. What y'all think? No, sadly not. He either was going to be freshman or offensive player of the year. Can't win both for some reason. Well, I would have rather him being offensive player of the year than rookie, than freshman of the year. John said they hated on JSU. That's been going around a lot lately, John. That's just how it is right now. That is just how it is. But I'm gonna post a link if anybody wants to call in and talk about it. Y'all can call in. Once again, you won't have to be shown on the screen. I won't show y'all on the screen. Your voice will just be heard. So if you want to call in, you can. Where Jay White? Sorry. Shador should have been offensive player of the year. Exactly. Hampton not being first team is criminal. Yeah, they snubbed him too. How can none of those receivers make first team? Well they need to just win the championship and they win the Celebration Bowl. Then they'll make everybody eat their words, man. Pretty much. I see a lot of people giving Alabama State a hard time today about their coaching hire. I've seen people on social media talking about Alabama State, man. Why are y'all clowning Alabama State? Let them be happy with their new coach. I hope the players use this as motivation for the SWAC championship. They should. We need to get Zach Evans. Man, I'm hoping Jackson State can get what his name, Travis Hunter. If Jackson State can pull that off, man, look out. I don't think he's already committed to FSU. I don't think he's gonna flip. But if anybody can flip him, it'll be Coach Prime. Even though it was pointless for Glass, he still put up impressive numbers, and that's what they are giving awards out for, his individual performance. I mean, he did put up some numbers, but I mean, you doing it while y'all losing, it don't really matter. Before the season, haters was talking about daddy ball. Should shut all the haters down. Exactly. It's not daddy ball now. You can't say it's daddy ball when he performing, when he's balling out. You can't call it daddy ball. Unstoppable said, you mean a real estate agent? Man, let that man. Why y'all clowning that man? Hey, he might go in there and do something at Alabama State. You never know. If he get a good staff around him, he'll be able to win something. But that is crazy, man. Like all the coaches they had, all the coaches that people are saying that they had as choices and they chose him. But that's just how it is at HBCUs sometimes, man. It's like a family. Like you outside, they not gonna really rock with you like that. So that's just how it is sometimes. Travis Hunter addressed that a few weeks ago. What he said a few weeks ago, G-Dub. I don't really keep up with Travis Hunter like that. I watch his highlights. I know he a dog, but I don't be all on his Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. Shador has a hard name to spell. They should have hired Rod Woodson if he was interested. Man, they not trying to they trying to keep it in the family, man. They don't want people to just get the job and leave or use them as a stepping stone. That's what I believe. I believe that's what's going on at Alabama State. But yeah, Travis Hunter Hunter said he's taking all his visits for the experience, but 1,000% committed to FSU. But why though? FSU is trash. Like, what they gon' like? I don't understand why he want to go to FSU. I guess it's probably his dream school. That maybe that's what it is. But FSU, I don't think he's gonna change life for LSU. I mean FSU. It depends on who they get to coach too, though. If they get another coach in there, because they've been looking bad this year. The running back for TCU in the transfer portal, Prime need to tag him since he coached him. Yeah, I think Coach Prime need to do that too. I mean, he need to target running backs and offensive linemen. They really gonna be mad when JSU gets that new stadium. Yeah, we was talking about the stadium last night. Yeah. They ain't gonna be able to make those jokes, those y'all don't own the stadium jokes, if JSU get a stadium. Travis said, I guess you're trying to say no, nothing more, nothing less. I am not decommitting. Stop that rumor, go Noles. Man, they say anything, bro. Like, what else is he supposed to say? Tell me, what else is he supposed to say? He's committed to them right now, so he's gonna say that. You see all these people decommitting from Oklahoma. They'll do it now. Him and Norville have a great relationship. He's not going to leave unless Norville is fired, to be honest. Plus, the DB coach and him are extremely close. All right, we'll see. Like I said, man, these kids are so nowadays. These kids nowadays, they mind change, because they're young kids, so they don't know what they want to do in life yet. And so one day they probably think, okay, I want to do this. And then the next day, they might think something different. Prime hit that portal tonight. He said he was putting on his baseball glove to catch some of the transfers. One thing about Coach Prime, he gonna hustle. That's what he gonna do. He gonna try to get as many players as he can, get the best players. He already said today when I was watching I think I was watching the press conference. He said they already got a lot of guys committed. They just hadn't announced it yet. That he's already got guys coming. A lot of the recruiting sites have him flipping to Alabama if he flips from FSU. Man, I'm tired of Alabama getting all these players, man. I'm tired of Alabama winning. Like, people just ain't got tired of Alabama. Cause let me tell y'all what's gonna happen. Alabama is gonna beat Georgia in the what's the name championship, in the SEC championship, and then they're gonna end up winning the whole thing. Cause when Alabama is not like the top team like that, they usually win. They usually sneak in there and win. I'm tired of Alabama winning, man. He said, Blue said, I'm an Alabama graduate, so I can't stand Alabama. I'm entitled. John, he tweeted what? What are you talking about? He tweeted. Alabama got 5-star recruits sitting on the bench. Yeah, they need to come on over. They need to come on over to the SWAC. Come on over to Jackson State or FAMU, or if y'all want to play. I don't get that. Being a 5-star sitting on the bench. I do not get that at all. If I'm going to sit on the bench, I might as well go to a school that's going to play me, and then you can transfer. Then you can transfer, do a couple of years, and then transfer to wherever you want to go. But, guys just like to be in their system so they can one day be called up. They already have their rapport. And so that's why it's kind of hard for a lot of these guys that's in the SWAC now that enter their transfer portal, because these players that's already at this school, it's a political thing. So they already know the coaches, they already been around. So if you're not just super good, you're not just about to go in there and just take somebody's spot like that. So even with the Michigan thing with Dalen Baldwin, even when he was healthy, he wasn't getting in like that, because you just not about to come in here and take somebody's spot. Even when old boy got hurt, the number one receiver, he got hurt the first game, they still wasn't playing Dalen like that. But Dalen the dog, man, so I wish him the best. Dion tweeted he was putting, oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. JSU will become the new Alabama FCS, mark my word. Yeah, I think about 3 recruiting cycles. If Coach Prime can get 3 top FCS recruiting cycles, then I think Jackson State gonna be, it pretty much gonna be the equivalent of a group of 5 Power 5 team, pretty much. If he bringing in 3 and 4 star players like that. At the rate the SWAC looking right now, I agree with you. I think the SWAC, all the teams need to get competitive, man. All the teams need to. I like what Jackson State is doing because it's going to push the whole conference to get better. It's going to push the whole conference to start recruiting players that they normally wouldn't recruit. You're going to have schools like Grambling, Alabama State going out to 5-star players now. Before they probably wouldn't, because they didn't think, they would be able to get those players. And HBCUs have a small recruiting budget, so they're not able to do as much as these Power 5 schools. But now with technology, you can find ways around it. I don't think so. JSU will be good, but they have to find a coach that will stay long term. I mean, who's to say Dion won't stay long term? Well, Coach Prime won't stay long term. He might stay long term. We don't know. They still got 5 stars on the bench in the Auburn game. The starting DB got tossed for targeting and was replaced by a 5-star DB off the bench. Yeah, man, the rich getting richer, man. That's how it is with Alabama. The rich get richer, man. They can plug and play pretty much. I think the new locker rooms for JSU at the Walter Payton Center are almost complete as well. Oh yeah, he did say that. He said the locker rooms are almost done. So there's more stuff for recruiting. You got to have the players dripped out, nice uniforms, get them new locker rooms, get them new practice facility. You're doing all that so you can attract these players to want to come to the SWAC. JSU is going to make the SWAC more competitive. Exactly. I hope so. We need a change in the SWAC. G-Dub, no one knows what Coach plan on doing. Yeah, we don't know. You don't know what Coach Prime want to do. I hope he stays, but like I said, I'm already preparing myself for that news break. Coach Prime leaving for such and such. I'm already preparing myself for it, so I won't be so hurt when it happens. He was a 4-star receiver who got tossed. Do y'all think the SWAC championship is going to be packed this weekend? Or do y'all think, I think Mississippi is capable of packing it again. I hope PV travels, man. We need Prairie View to travel. We need them to stop being bougie, acting like they can't travel from Texas. Y'all can go to Essence Festival and all that other stuff. Come on, drive a couple of more hours on over to Jackson. Go on, drive a couple more hours on over to Jackson so y'all can get that tail whoop Prairie View. 55 to 60K according to the SWAC commissioner. Man, that would be awesome if they can pack out the SWAC championship. That'll be awesome. I don't think it'll be as packed. My bet it'll be 45K. If they can get 50K in there, that'll be good. Does PV travel? Their stadium look empty. They historically they don't travel like that. So, but I'm hoping that since they're in the SWAC championship, which they hardly ever do, that they would, they would actually come out and make that trip. I mean, it's not that far of a drive, man. I just drove from Houston to Jackson last week. It was Jameson Williamson. He was replaced by Jacob. Oh, y'all still talking about Alabama. Coach Prime has said that JSU will have a athletes training table. That and the facility upgrades is a game changer. It won't be hard to recruit 5 stars. Yeah, man, these kids they just want nice stuff. It don't have to be super expensive. Just give them nice stuff. Just give them make them feel like y'all really trying to do something so we can have a nice program over here. They don't have to have like, oh, man, what school was that I seen? I think it was University of Arkansas. I think it was Arkansas Razorbacks, if I'm not mistaken. They got a freaking studio. They got a freaking studio in the players' lounge, like where the players can go make rap songs and stuff like that. Come on now, y'all. Come on. When I seen that, I said, boy, they doing everything they can to get these black players to want to go to their school. I'm just being honest. A studio so they can rap. They literally got a studio in their players' lounge so they can make rap songs. I think a barbershop is going to be in the new locker room at the Walter Payton as well. Yeah, they should have a barber on campus and not have to pay to get their hair cut. That should be something afforded to the football players. Because you got to understand, these players, they can't go get jobs like regular college students. Like a lot of people, like I see a lot of students say, oh man, the football players, they get all this privilege and blah, blah, blah. But you have to understand, when you're an athlete, that's your job, being an athlete. They can't, and you have some players working jobs and trying to play football at the same time. That's crazy. Go look at Texas A&M locker room. Oh yeah, I seen Texas A&M locker room. It's crazy, man. Yeah, HBCUs don't have to offer a 500K card, but we don't have to give them 5K card either. But we do need to give them 50K car. Euphemism for facilities. UAB has a barbershop. Man, Terry, you always come in here talking about UAB. Don't nobody care about UAB, man. I'm just joking, man. Rep your school. It's all good. Yeah, man. I looked at Texas A&M locker room. Their locker room is crazy, man. It's like, what y'all need all this for? Like, y'all locker room is better than a NFL team. Yeah, Terry. I mean, you don't want to make it like a white and black thing, but it's like that's stereotypical, to put a studio in your locker room or your players' lounge. You know, who you know who that's targeting. That's targeting. They know black kids like rap, so let's put a studio in here so we can get more kids, more of these players want to sign to our school. But it just shows you how these schools are really going after these kids. So JSU and other SWAT schools, they need to do the same thing. Of course, we don't have as much money to be able to do those things, but we can just do whatever we can to recruit, calling them all the time, making them feel like they want it. You have to baby these kids sometimes. That's pretty much what you have to do. Coach Prime asked the Mississippi fans from other schools to come to the championship game like Alcorn, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, etc. This is the Mississippi Bowl. I mean, let's hope that they will support. I know so many people that go Jackson State fans go to Mississippi State games and stuff too. So, hopefully they support our school as well and they come to the game. I'm expecting a new tour of the Walter Payton Center upgrades with the announcement of the new recruiting class next month. Oh, y'all know the pregame show. They're probably gonna be covering the locker rooms. They're gonna show us what the locker rooms would look like. Make sure y'all subscribe to them guys too, man. Like they put the work in. They work really hard. So make sure y'all subscribe to the pregame show. Tweet the recruits. I tweet them. I already have hotel and ticket. Oh, y'all already got y'all hotels for the game. Where y'all staying at in Jackson? Jackson hotels fill up real fast. So make sure y'all go ahead and get those hotel rooms if y'all going to the championship game. Because it's not that many. It's not like cities like Atlanta where you got hotels everywhere. Crowd attendance can get television, can get guaranteed contracts. Holiday Inn and Pearl. See, you have to stay outside of Jackson because Jackson hotels fill up real quick. The downtown hotels. Holiday Inn and Pearl is good. Y'all can stay at the I think that's the Hilton or the Old King Edward Hotel. That's the most expensive one in the city, I think. Folks probably staying in Ridgeland, Clinton, Pearl. Yeah, if I was y'all, I probably would stay in probably Pearl or Clinton. Well, nah, I wouldn't stay in Clinton. No, stay in Flowood. If y'all really want some nice places to stay in the Flowood Hotel. Yeah, JSU Tiger just said it. Stay in the Flowood hotels. Because you won't be that far away from the stadium, but you'll get a nice, good quality hotel. Did Coach Prime bless the women's tennis team like he said he would, getting all this money? Man, y'all know Coach Prime gonna look out for him. It shouldn't be much to bless the tennis team. What, you could just buying rackets, shorts and stuff like that. It shouldn't cost them much. And how many people are on the tennis team? It's probably under 20. It shouldn't cost much for the athletic department to bless the tennis team. Bless the band too. Now that can be expensive. Blessing the band can be expensive. Yeah, I think I seen on the video it was talking about getting new tennis courts for the tennis team. Yeah, them instruments for the band, they cost a lot of money. So, but I think the Boom good, man. The Boom travel, I think the Boom makes a lot of money for a band. How do you think the SWAC championship views will do with the SEC championship game, Bama versus Georgia game being at the same time? I mean, of course, that game is gonna be watched way more than ours, but you have fans of HBCU football don't care about the SEC, so they're gonna be watching the SWAC championship. But yeah, I mean, the SEC championship gonna do way more numbers than the SWAC championship, of course. The band was supposed to have new uniforms this year. I hope they keep the blue. I like the baby blue and navy blue, so I hope they keep that. I hope they don't try to go with red and navy blue like the football team. Even though I like the football team uniforms, but I just always like the Boom with that baby blue color. My son loves the Boom and playing first on the trombone. Yeah, I love the Boom too. I should have played in the Boom. I played tuba. I used to play tuba, but I was working all through college, so I couldn't even play in the band. Them guys be out there 2, 3 in the morning practicing. I said, ain't no way. My son loves the Boom. The Boom has a fundraiser tomorrow. Yeah, a lot of people donate to the Boom. Oh yeah, the Boom is always gonna be taken care of. The fans will always donate to them. Yep. SEC winner is a done deal. SWAC championship isn't. So tune in to our game. So y'all just got it. Y'all think Georgia just gonna handle it like that? I think it's gonna be a good game. The SEC championship. Boom is not changing. It's Columbia in blue. Okay. All right, Tony. The football team should have Sonny Boom alternate unis. I've been said that. I've been said they should have the Colombian blue in their uniforms too, and they should revamp the old uniforms with like the old logo. Shout out to the dog team. Oh yeah, them boys raw, man. Uniforms would be ready for next season. I'm wondering how they look then. I want to see how they gonna look. Agree, helmets especially. But yeah, y'all, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a hard fought game. I think Prairie View is gonna come out fight, man. I was talking to my friend about this last night. Like Prairie View is gonna make this a game. Don't think it's gonna be like a blowout. Because everybody think it's gonna be a blowout, thinking Jack State just gonna go in there and run over Prairie View. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be a hard fought game, I believe. I remember when Valley used to have Kelly Green uniforms. I bet nobody remembers those days. You know what? Valley uniforms are cold, man. The all green ones that they wear, they look real nice. I like Valley uniforms. I think JSU will win. Football team getting 3 new uniforms for next year. Dang, how many uniforms they need? That'll be like 8 different uniforms. The more the merrier, I guess. You know what I mean, these recruits, they want all those uniforms. So Coach Prime doing right by getting them what they need. But you know what Jackson State need to do? They need an all black uniform, a true black uniform. All black, and then just put the JSU logo on the helmet and have the numbers in blue and white. See, the black uniforms they got now, I don't like them because it's too much going on. You got the red, you got blue, you got white, you got black, you got like 4 or 5 different colors in the uniform. I don't like that. Just have a solid black uniform and then have the numbers as the blue and white numbers and then the blue and white logo on the helmet. That's all you gotta do. Keep it simple, it'll be clean. Yes, they can do one uniform honoring the boom like the Navy Academy does. Drums on the linemen, helmets, trombones on the sousaphones on the D line. Man, that's way too much. Wellington, that's gonna be way too much money. They ain't gonna do all that, I don't believe. But that will be dope. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I just think that'd probably be way too much. Coach Prime, you know it as I know. Go JSU Prime time. I'm ready to see blue and white. Too much red. Only supposed to be accent color. Yeah, the red uniforms. I don't think did they wear all red this year? You know what? The combination they should wear is like the blue helmets with the red face mask, red jersey, and the navy blue pants. That would be a cold combination. But yeah, I don't like the red. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like it as an accent, but I don't like the all red uniform. I just think that's a little bit too much. But that uniform to me looks good, but I just don't like the red. But I think the black uniform was their worst uniform in my opinion. I didn't like that uniform at all. JSU Tigers and snares on the wide receiver helmets. Simple is always better. Like, yeah, man, you don't have to do too much with these uniforms. It's just like Alabama. Like, everybody love Alabama uniform, and they uniforms are plain. Notre Dame uniforms are plain, and they still clean. You don't have to do too much with these uniforms. But I love the gray uniforms, and I love the white ones. I love both the white versions, and I love the chrome helmets. Those are cold. What color they wearing for the ship? So I don't know. Pretty sure they're probably gonna wear blue, the navy blue. If I had to guess, I just want to know who had that accent red first, Valley, JSU, or Grambling. JSU Tiger says Grambling. I love Grambling uniforms, y'all. The ones where they have the red stripe on the helmet and with the red accent on their uniform, those are clean. Chrome and blue helmets nasty, yep. We need to pick a color, dang. Y'all are funny, man. Simple is always better. But yeah, I just came on here to chop it up with y'all for a minute, man. I know it's getting late. Make sure y'all get to the game early too, y'all. Don't try to be, don't try to go like, oh, I go right now and I get there by first quarter, middle first quarter. It ain't gonna happen. Y'all need to try to get there like 2 hours before the game start. When I went to the Alcorn game, the game started at 1 o'clock. I got there by 10, by 9. I was at the stadium by 9:45, and I walked in, and it still was packed trying to find parking. So make sure y'all get to the stadium early. Bro, blue and white is our school colors. They taking it out. 10 SU and Graham had first. Yeah, I mean, I want JSU to just go back to like just mainly doing blue and white, but I do like the red accent though. We got the Alcorn game early, 9:30. Yep. So yeah, man, make sure y'all get to the game early, man. Do not try to be on CP time. Man, PV ain't traveling like that. They don't even pack out the Labor Day Classic. I mean, but you can't assume that though. Still get to the stadium at a good decent time because you don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be stuck not getting a good seat either. I actually like sitting. I like sitting in the middle of the horseshoe at Jackson State Stadium, or if I don't sit there, I sit on the opposing team side because I like to talk noise during the game. So I like messing with the fans. Will you cover HBCU basketball season? Yep, I will. We definitely need to get our basketball players some shine. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be trying to talk about them. That joint going to be packed, but PV don't travel. I live in Houston, Texas. See, you worrying about PV people. Like, PV, that's not who you need to worry about. You need to worry about all these schools in Jackson. I mean, not in Jackson, but in Mississippi and surrounding areas coming to see Coach Prime win a championship. That's what you need to be worried about. We tend to sit with the same people. Okay, what scares us about PVA and them? QB, our own cockiness. Let's play devil's advocate. How can JSU lose? JSU can lose by coming out being sloppy, having a slow start, and letting PV jump on them, and them having to play from behind. That's how JSU can lose. Homecoming game, Alabama State, 2,000 fans. JSU, 56,000 fans. Lady Tigers have a good coach. Coach Reed ain't getting her props. Yeah, she should, man. She's a great coach. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to try to get a basketball team some shine. And I'm going to try to get all these other YouTube channels. Hey, just don't talk about football. Let's show our basketball team some shine, too, Let's start talking about basketball because ESPN ain't going to do it. So we need to do it, I think if we play assignment football and start fast, where's the best bar for Friday night? Penalties and turnovers, how to lose. I went to what was that place I went to? I can't even think of the name of it. Uh, I can't even think of the name of it. But it's a place called Vibe that's out there by County Line Road. They got like a little, it's not like a club, but they play, they play music and they got a bar and everything. It's usually laid back and chill, but you can play pool there. It's like it's a cool little bar. But they got so much new stuff in Jackson now, so you might have to ask somebody that's going to school there now. They probably know all the new little spots. Cause when I went home last week, I was shocked at all the new stuff that's been put up. I'm hitting I-10 Thursday evening. Jess, you gonna start fast? Cause of all script. Okay. Yeah, I mean they better start fast. They don't need to go out to a slow start. And the Lady Tigers getting top recruits. That ain't nobody talking about two top 100 recruits. Yeah, man. Tamika Reed, she's really trying to build something special at Jackson State. I'm hoping that one of these Power Five teams don't try to take her away from us. We need her to keep doing what she's doing. Just don't go to the concession stand or you will miss the entire games. Yep, that show how it was, man. The concession stands is brutal, y'all. So make sure y'all, when y'all get in the stadium, make sure you go ahead and go get you something to eat. Go ahead and get you something to eat before you sit down and watch the game. Do not try to go during halftime because you're gonna miss half the third quarter. Coach Reed recruit players from Mississippi. Most of the team is from the state. Y'all still talk about off script. I think in 2 years, other conferences will be hesitant to play SWAT schools. Southern Miss and Jackson will sell out. JSU 35, PV 21. I hope JSU don't let PV score 21 points. I hope not. Swag, man, Jackson is a gold mine right now. I'm thinking about moving there and open a business. Yeah, I mean, it probably wouldn't be that expensive for you to open a business in Jackson. Real estate down there is kind of cheap, so probably won't be expensive. Bring your own snacks. Now, sometimes they check purses, so don't try to bring a bunch of snacks. I would hate to see y'all trying to bring a bunch of snacks and get turned around and you had to walk to your car and put it back in the car. But last game they wasn't really checking the women's purses like that because usually they had that rule where you only can bring a clear bag in or something like that. But they didn't care about that last game, so just don't get stuck, trying to bring food in and have to go all the way back to your car. We focus too much on the crime, but those in the know are looking at Jackson. Yeah, I mean, it's money to be made. It's money to be made in Jackson. Jackson is definitely gonna. I think about 10 years, Jackson is really gonna be one of those cities that's gonna be on. It's gonna be doing like Charlotte. Well, not like Charlotte because Charlotte has teams there that's pumping money into the city. But I think it's gonna be. I think Jackson is gonna be developing in a few years. It's a lot of new stuff going up there. North Park Mall looks nice. It has been completely renovated. I didn't go to North Park when I was at home. I need to go back there. When I go back home, I'll go back. I might go back home for Christmas. I'm not sure yet. Swag Coach of the Year Prime Time. Yep. Prime Time, he had his trophy. Coach Prime had his trophy. He was showing his trophy off. He was proud. Proud. And I'm sure everybody in Jackson is happy for Coach Prime, man. Like, this is a good time to be a JSU fan, I'm telling you. Birmingham is hot and new money moving in with all the new developments. But you know what I don't want to happen? I don't want JSU, well not JSU, but Jackson to get gentrified though. I don't want them to raise the cost of living up and move the people and move the people out of Jackson. Like DC right now, DC, I moved to the DC area about 2013. When I first moved here, it was pretty much Chocolate City. But now it does not look like that anymore. So I'm hoping that, and Baltimore is getting the same way. So Baltimore is starting to be just like that. So I'm hoping that Jackson doesn't, I hope Jackson can get better, but not actually, move out the people that make the city what it is. That's what happened with Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta the same way. Bro, when I go back home, I go to the Weston and my granny house in Georgetown. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh yeah. I haven't been to Georgetown in I don't know how long. Georgetown was a bad neighborhood back in the day though. I think people are moving to the South in general. People are moving in days after they finish building in my neighborhood. Yeah, a lot of people are moving from up north because the cost of living is just so high. What you can get down in DC is way higher than what you can get in Houston. Like in Houston, your job might pay you less, but you will still be bringing home the same amount of money that you will be bringing home in DC because DC kills you in taxes. Graham fam, I agree. This is what is needed for us as a people. Swag, a lot of visitors don't know about the restaurants and shopping. Hold on. Areas in Flowwood. Yeah, if you want to go to some nice restaurants, they got a lot of nice restaurants out in Flowwood. So y'all that's visiting Jackson for the first time, make sure you go out to Flowwood. They got some nice places out in Flowwood to eat. If I was getting a hotel, I probably would stay out in the Flowwood area. It's close by the airport too, so you right by the airport. Vernon Edition in the house. Oh Lord. Vernon Edition used to be rough back in the day, boy. As long as Stakes is Councilman Jackson won't be gentrified. Okay, we'll see. Now I'm all for the city getting better. Now I'm not saying I don't want the city to get better now. I want the city to get better. But what I don't want to happen is for them to shoot the prices up and then everybody has to move out, you know. And then you have all these people moving in that's not from Jackson, don't know nothing about the city. I think it's a way that we can make the city better and still keep the same people or a lot of the people that's from here, let them benefit from it. Jackson need more mass employment opportunities. Yep. There's a new Amazon center going up in Madison near Jackson as well. Born and raised in Jackson, love my city. Exactly. And for the record, Dion said himself that he is tired of the disrespect from the NFL overlooking our great talent. We need more like Dion and Eddie George. Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, that's getting players drafted from the SWAC. If some players get drafted from the SWAC this year, man, it's gonna let the floodgates open. I'm telling you, these guys are gonna come to the SWAC because that's the only thing holding the SWAC back is players not getting drafted. Gentrification ain't bad if our people are the one moving in. Yep. Rejuvenation, not gentrification. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Wyman played enough games to get on there. Having to sit Alcorn hurt him. Being thrown out of ULM hurt Houston. No, man, I don't think that. Like, no, Houston did enough. Houston dominated. I don't care about Houston. I don't care about Houston getting thrown out of ULM game. He dominated. He jumped off the screen every game. That guy dominated the SWAC. So he deserves all the accolades that he get. Jamarcus Robinson, I'm 833 for life. All right, we got Lanier folks in here. I'm Graham fam, and I feel like this is exactly the type of boost that the SWAC needs. Yep. I like that there is a large crowd at the games, but let's put money together and open businesses in Jackson, Mississippi. Some people going to be mad if players get drafted. One more game of sacks could have won him the award. He should have been Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, I mean, but you can't take it from that guy from FAMU. He was balling. That guy from FAMU was balling. So I'm hoping he gets drafted. If he goes into the draft, I'm hoping he gets drafted as well, because we need players from the SWAC getting drafted, y'all. Cause I'm telling you, once that happens, all these top players that's in high school right now, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, I can go get the black experience, I can go get that culture, go to a HBCU, have fun, be in that close-knit family environment, and I can still go to the NFL. That's gonna give HBCUs a leg up on a lot of these other schools. Yeah. But yeah, y'all, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. I just came on here to chop it up with y'all for a little bit. I've been on here an hour. I'm probably going to get off. You already know that's what the studio is for, to get us to tap dance there. Yeah. Well, like I said, man, I appreciate y'all pulling up. I do swag content over here. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Well, Unstoppable say, if that new stadium is put near downtown, a new hotel would definitely be needed. I'm pretty sure another hotel is gonna come. I mean, that's just what real estate folks do when they see something like that coming up and they see a money opportunity. They're gonna build something there. But somebody made a suggestion that they tear down the Metro Center Mall and put a stadium there. I never thought about that. That actually would be a dope idea, to have a stadium right there where the Metro Center Mall is. That would be dope. Some guys would come, but they also don't want to see what happened to FAMU happen too often. If that new stadium is put near downtown, a new hotel would definitely be. Jackson State got to run the football on PV. They couldn't stop a nosebleed last week against Valley. Yeah, I agree, Jamarcus. If Marquise Bell don't get drafted, I'll be hurt. If he don't get drafted, something wrong. If he don't get drafted, people need to be called out. James Houston don't get drafted, something wrong. Metro Center has a lot of parking. Man, Metro Center used to be a spot, y'all. Back in the day, you used to get dropped off by your parents just to go hang out at the mall when you was kids. Y'all remember the skating rink on Lakeland? Being a skating rink that was in South Jackson off McDowell. What my Jackson folks said, y'all remember that skating rink off McDowell? Folks used to get to fighting it all the time. You going to stream the game on Saturday? I probably am. Yep, I'm gonna see. If I don't stream the game itself, I'll stream the sound, and we can chat about it in the comments. I'm not sure if it's gonna be on. If it's on ESPN, I'm probably gonna ESPN Plus or something like that. I'm probably just gonna stream the sound, because ESPN, they the mafia. They be coming out to folks' channels and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna mess with them. The lack of black business ownership in Jackson should increase. Oh, it's on ESPN too. Oh yeah, I definitely not. I'm definitely not. I'll stream the sound, but I'm not gonna actually stream the game. I was at that skating rink on Lakeland every weekend. My uncle Run used to be the DJ. Oh yeah, man. The skating rinks used to be lit back in the day. For one, we need to expose our kids to HBCU life from birth. I think a lot of black families do that though. How does the mall area look for tailgating experience? I mean, the mall area it's a big area. They got food restaurant. Well, they got small restaurants. It's not like nothing fancy, but they got like fast food joints around there. But I think that'll be a good area to put a stadium. I never really thought about it like that. 60,000 people and black people. Hold on. Let me see what this comment says. 60,000 people and black people not winning with money flowing into Jackson, Mississippi. I went there. I saw nothing. I'm not from Jackson, but I want to come in and invest. It's definitely some investment opportunities in Jackson. Definitely. I think the only I think the only that may affect James in the draft is he is a linebacker currently playing defensive end. He'll have to prove himself to the scouts. I think he's already proved himself, honestly. I mean, he played in the SEC. He did good in the SEC. He came to the SWAC and dominated. So I think the NFL teams they're gonna put him on. I think he'll probably be like a third or fourth round draft pick if I was to guess. People need to be watching the ESPN2 stream. We need the numbers, even if you mute it and listen to Swag Buzz. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like to do when I stream the sound, I'm doing it so we can come on here and talk in the comments and talk about the game. You know, I just want to create a space to where Swag fans can, come and talk, chat it up, and talk about the game. I'll be at work watching while flipping whips like I have all season. You said flipping whips. What whips you flipping? The one what you do for a living? Jackson majority black, but whites hold the power in the town. How? It's all about the money, man. Houston was getting scouted when he was at Florida. Yeah. JSU already owns land for a stadium behind the school, but that space is really tight. Yeah, see, that's what I don't want. I don't want Jackson State to be, these fans to have a hard time parking. Because when I was going to school at Jackson State, that's one of the things, my pet peeves about Jackson State was the parking situation. So they definitely need to build some parking facilities on the campus. That's what they need to use that space for. I would like the stadium by the mall, honestly. Now, most swag bands are squared off. We need to start looking at the bigger picture in the swag when it comes to promoting the brand. He got a pop-up car lot over on Ellis Ave. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, parking garage. Okay. Swag bands bring money for the schools. Yeah, but we need the football teams bringing in money. We need to have our football programs doing well so they can bring a lot of money to the HBCU schools. We don't need to be relying on the bands. I love the bands now, but the bands can only make so much money. All bands get new uniforms, but I always keep the traditional ones. I think that is going to be the only place they can put the stadium is at the Metro Center for the parking reason alone. No, they got space on the campus. They already, they already did the study and they already got the space for it. But I just don't see how they're gonna do the parking. When they show us the plans or whatever, then we'll see the parking situation. I really think an on-campus stadium would be huge. That's how to help the campus get more involved. Exactly. Oh, okay, Son of Moon. Okay, you was joking. Okay. Where is the SWAC basketball tournament held at? I'm not sure. But I might try to go to it this year. I like basketball, so I might try to go to it. No, I don't work on. Stadium should hold 30 to 40K. It should hold 50 to 60K. I don't think Jackson State should accept nothing more than nothing less than 50. If I was Jackson State, I'm not accepting nothing less than 50K. If my school is doing 60,000 fans, don't try to tell me that y'all gonna give me a 30 to 40K stadium. That's crazy. I think it should be 50 to 60K. Parking garages maximize tailgate space. 45 to 50K with the ramp and a similar setup to the vet. That's big for a HBCU. Yeah, but y'all can't compare Jackson State to regular HBCUs, y'all. Like Jackson State fan base and the crowd and attendance that the city of Jackson brings in is totally different from any other HBCU city in most FCS schools. So you really can't compare. You can't be like, oh well, that's good for a HBCU school, but Jackson State fan base is different. Mississippi and Jackson we don't have an NFL team, so our college teams are like our NFL teams. So all the fans, they go to games like that. Like Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Jackson State, USM, they do numbers because we don't have an NFL team. We don't have a basketball team. We don't have none of that. So those teams are pretty much like our pro team. The city gets involved. People that don't go to Jackson State go to Jackson State games. People that never been to Jackson State go to Jackson State games. You know, they wear the clothing and everything. So you can't really compare Jackson State to, regular HBCU schools. Jackson lead FCS in attendance. Yeah, exactly. The state knows that a 35,000 seater would be an insult to JSU and our fans. Exactly. It'd be empty some games though. I mean, that's what happens when you're not winning though. If Jackson State starts winning year after year after year, it's gonna be packed. Like it's nothing to do in Jackson. It ain't much to do in Jackson, y'all. So people gonna go to the game. They'll go to the game and have something to do. You know, it's not much to do there. 50K dome. I don't know if I want a dome, y'all. We not a regular SWAC team per the Shedeur Sanders. Ooh, they got mad when he said that, boy. They was mad with Shedeur when he said that. They average 38K. How is 45K insulting? It's insulting because you need breathing room. If 38K is the average, what's going to happen when Jackson State has a game that they can get 60K into the stadium? They won't be able to do that because now you're stuck at 45K. You don't build a stadium for your average. You build a stadium for what you have the potential to bring in. It be empty sometimes at Ole Miss games. I'm just glad Grambling won the Bayou this year. Showtime streamed it. I was shocked that Southern lost their game against Grambling. That's crazy. They going to use our average attendance against us. They don't want us having nicer stadium than Ole Miss. I honestly don't. I mean, I don't know, man. You just can't leave things up to those Mississippi politicians, man. I don't trust them. Because a lot of them, they are aligned with Mississippi State and Ole Miss. So they're gonna do for Jackson State, but they're gonna have Ole Miss and Mississippi State in the back of their mind, when they're doing it. That's why I don't trust them. Now they can up the ticket prices. Potential other events. Please let's not get a dome. Please, the band sounds horrible in them. I agree. I don't want to hear the boom in the dome stadium. Swag JSU fans come. Oh, that scroll by real quick. JSU fans come from Houston, Memphis, New Orleans. Yep, they come from outside the state to go to the game. So that's why JSU need a stadium like that. Like I said, I just want the parking situation to be nice, and then we can worry about the other stuff. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all know I do swag content over here, so you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Give me 1 second here, y'all. Hold on just a second. They need parking and shuttle. I don't know if they need shuttle. It depends on how close the stadium is. There's two type of dome stadium. One that's completely round and one that have a top open. Yeah, so you talking about kind of like the Seahawks. You was talking about that last night. So yeah, that's what I kind of would want. If Jackson State did get like a dome type stadium, I would like one like that. We had plan in 2006 for an open air stadium. I like that plan better. I might have to go look that up. I remember seeing the plans for the dome stadium. I don't remember seeing the plans for the one you're talking about. I just saw that if JSU build a stadium, it will belong to the state of Mississippi. I'm not sure. I know the state has to fund it. Like they have to put in a large portion of it because these universities are state funded schools. So they have to cut the check. But I think some of that money is going to come from Jackson State. So I don't think Jackson State will put themselves in a trick bag like that. The state government love Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and USM. Yeah. That's why, you want to make sure you got a little bit of control of the stadium because, you don't want no foolishness. If the stadium is at the Metro Center, the students would need a shuttle. Oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. The students can get the free lunch, they can get to the stadium. I know, man. It's all good. D1, it's all good, man. They welcome to come and watch. Just make sure you hit that like button. They welcome to come and watch. I mean, like I'm like this. Support all the channels. I don't hate on nobody's channel. I don't hate on what nobody else is doing. Support all the channels. Y'all can watch everybody. As long as you putting the HBCUs in a good spotlight, I'm all good. But if you clown at HBCUs, I got a problem with you. I'm gonna come for you. So as long as you putting HBCUs in a good spotlight, I'm good. If they get a dome that can open, it still needs to have echo reduction. Miami was open and still didn't sound great. No, if JSU builds a stadium, they are to give the vet to the hospital. Oh, yeah, we already know that. I hope the Celebration Bowl is sold out 70K. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be in Atlanta for that, man. I love Atlanta. It's one of my favorite cities, too. Yeah, y'all, let me go and get up off of here. I just came on here to chop it up with y'all, see what y'all thought about these all swag teams. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. If anybody can get it done, Ashley Robinson can. Yeah, Ashley Robinson know what he doing. He definitely know what he doing. I'm glad he's the AD at Jackson State. I don't like the dome idea. Weather isn't bad here, and I don't see the benefit, to be honest. You know what? You make a good point. You make a good point. I don't really care if it's a dome or not. It could be a regular stadium. Just make sure it's nice. That clown always talking slick about it. Y'all, man, y'all are crazy, man. The stadium we have now belongs to us. Yeah, but you know, a lot of people joke that, you know, Jackson State don't own the stadium and that y'all renting and y'all rent a stadium. They, you know, they make those jokes and stuff like that. So if Jackson State get their own stadium, they won't be able to make those jokes anymore. We need to throw that dome idea in the garbage. Celebration Bowl should be packed half a ATL from Mississippi. Exactly. We need to start promoting the Celebration Bowl the minute the clock hits zero Saturday. Y'all, we got to win first, man. Jackson State has to win first. You can't just go in there. Cause think about it, man. If Jackson State lose that game against Prairie View, do y'all know how many? Y'all know people are ready to clown Jackson State. They probably already got their memes ready. They are ready to clown Jackson State. So I'm hoping Jackson State don't go in there and lay an egg. But I know anything can happen. We have a freshman quarterback. So hopefully his nerves don't get to him and he's able to cash in and go ahead and win that championship. ATL is JSU. That MEAC game in 2019 was all JSU. But why are you talking about the Celebration Bowl now? It shouldn't be talked about until after the fourth quarter of this game. I mean, people are already assuming Jackson State is going to win. People are already assuming they're going to win. So, you know, Jackson State should win. They're picked to win this game. So, PV versus SC State, not even the two best teams. Yeah, I mean, and Jackson State should just smash anybody that comes from the MEAC. The MEAC can't hang with SWAC teams right now. North Carolina A&T dominated that conference, and you need memberships at SWAC Buzz. Yeah, I'm gonna see how to do that. I'm gonna see. I'm probably gonna start that up once I get off of here and set that up, and then I'll let y'all be able to do memberships. Yep. Yeah, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Like I said, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I do swag content over here. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. They really should be promoting the SEG more, get butts in the seats. I mean, that's up to Jackson State media team. They need to, you know, they really need to get on there and promote. But they've been doing a fantastic job all season, though, y'all. We can't complain. Like, they've been doing a lot better than most schools in the country. Swag Buzz, stop saying what? Hey, you talked about ASU hire? Yeah, we talked about that. Y'all clowning the real estate agent. My guy was doing real estate, but guess what? But guess what? He might win some games, man. He might win some games. I wish JSU had more night games. Honestly, that atmosphere would be crazy. We used to have a lot of night games. I know the Southern versus Jackson State game used to always be at night. Well, it used to start at like 6 o'clock, and then it used to end at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. You mean the real estate agent? Hey man, that man decided to, you know, leave real estate and become a head coach. It's just the fact that I think they should have went out to Hugh Jackson. You said Swag was interviewing for the Grambling job. You heard it from me first. Who's interviewing for the Grambling job? It's all about the OC and DC that who really running the game and calling plays. Yeah, all he has to do is get a good staff behind him, and he'll be all right. You know, because the head coach is just the CEO. He's just a figurehead. You know, Coach Prime pretty much let his coaches coach. He said Swag Buzz is head coach and CFL is OC. Yeah, I have CFL doing all the work. I just be the CEO doing the interviews and getting all the credit. People started complaining about late games. I don't know why. Jackson State only focus should be Juwan Pass of PV and ripping him up. Nothing else important. What if JSU lose? If JSU lose, man, y'all, we not gonna hear the end of it. Let me tell y'all something. If JSU lose, people are gonna make a lot of money hating on JSU. They gonna be making money. Y'all gonna see all these YouTube videos coming up with people just hating and saying, "Oh, told you so, told you so." Jackson State ain't all that. You gonna see a lot of people hating. I see the effects here in Dallas as well. Coach Prime liked early games. YouTube will break if JSU loses. Exactly. People are finna be talking cash noise if JSU lose. But yeah, y'all, let me get off here, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I do swag content over here, so if you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all pulling up, messing with me, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Y'all be safe this week. I'll probably try to get on here and do my swag championship game pre-game video, talk about the game, talk about what I think the score would be, kind of break it down a little bit, and let y'all chop it up too about the game, what y'all think going to happen. But yeah, I appreciate y'all pulling up. Like I said, make sure you like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I'll see you guys on the next video. All right.